So, sorry about that, everyone. We had a technical difficulty there. My audio just decided to switch up on me for some reason. Anyways, how's it going, everyone? This is SA Studios reporting here today. I am the stream host, Gavin Andrew here. For this part of the segment, we will be covering some updates with the studio and, of course, some news, but not much. Shadow will be covering all of the VRChat updates and all that great stuff, and Jacob should be covering something, hopefully. I'm not too sure. Um, and then we will end it off with, then we'll go to an interview with Lizard and Grand, of course. And then finally, we will head back to here and I will wrap this all up and then we will be done for today. Okay, anyways, to get started here, so basically what's been going on at the studio recently is we've been updating some things, communicating with people. We've been really trying to work with the communities here. We've been working with Lolly Mafia. We've been verifying things with the LPD, and we've also been trying to. We've been getting some communities coming in, but of course we're still trying to figure those out as well. And by the way, we're still trying to figure out our staffing as well, with like people who are editors, all that good stuff. Now, of course, we're gonna have to by tomorrow, and this is a reminder for anyone who's in studio crew or anything like that. Tomorrow is the deadline to support, like, be in this and everything. And if that is not submitted by 12 o'clock my time or whatever, but of course it's probably gonna be later because, I'm busy in the morning and everything, and I'm sleeping in, and I don't exactly want to be up at 12 a.m. doing this. Then we will sometime tomorrow we'll be looking at all that, but just know by 12 a.m. I will not be accepting anything else. By that time, it'll all be done, and we'll already have the list up, and then I'll start doing the motions. But of course, I never wanted to do that. Um, but yeah, so anyways, with the news on the studio, of course, we have had a lot of changes, as you all have known if you have tuned into last stream. We had about a few changes. I mean, we had like the name change. We had how streams are going to be ran differently. And actually, right now we are in a new studio, of course, because you can realize it's a bit different. And behind me right here is supposed to be a video player, but it doesn't work. And by the way, my brother's being very fucking loud, and I'm about to get really pissed. Anyways, I'm gonna try to wrap this up here because he's being loud as fuck. Anyways, yeah, so that's it for that. And if you guys have any questions, as always, about the studio regarding questions, hey, my community wants to join in on us. If any questions you may have, you can always reach out to staff. But if it's anything regarding a community, please reach out to the co-directors or me, the director of affairs, or you can reach out to the director as always. Other than that, I'm gonna hand it over to Shadow here, and take care. See you guys after stream.
VRChat adjusted the FPS font just so it's easier to read to the font of monospace. I really did not notice, but apparently they changed it. Hooray. I'm gonna smack you. I hate you. You know how much courage it took? Alright. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna start over. Alright. So, obviously, I'm going over the VRChat updates, and the latest update was on May 3rd. And I wrote down, I took notes to which one I think is the most important, because there's so many useless things there that aren't really that major. And so I'm going to go on the topics of changes and improvements, fixes, video players, and the mods, to what I've heard. And they have apparently improved the avatar loading speed. Not sure how much. I think it was like 2 ticks or something like that. They also reduced the hitching. Not sure how much, but they apparently reduced it. And for fixes, nothing really important. That's literally what I fucking wrote, apparently. For the video players, not sure what this means at all, but I hope it means something to someone out there. Both video players will now log who added a video URL and what that URL was to the output log. If you know what that means, congratulations. And for mods, what I've heard from an honest person, I can't really rely on this source that much. So what I've heard, the Kiroi mod, if anyone knows what it is, been basically shut down, I believe, or basically is just gone, no longer exists. All right, and that's basically my topic. I don't have nothing else, nothing too much importance. So I'm not sure who's next, but off to the next person.
Alrighty, thank you for that, Shadow. So I'm not too sure if Jacob is gonna be here to cover his segment. Of course, we probably will just switch on over to the interview if Jacob, which it sounds like he didn't make it, which is absolutely fine. You know, we all got real life issues. We all got real life plans, of course. Just next time it'll be more planned, of course. And I just feel like some of this was not coordinated, but we'll definitely fix it for future plans, of course. Anyways, let's go ahead and switch over to the interview here. If the person running the control panel could go ahead and switch it to interview mode, which I think is, if I can remember correctly, I think it's, yeah, there we go. And now Lizard will be taking it from here with the interview, and we will be back at the end of the stream.
Hello, everybody. It is I, Elizabeth, your favorite little talk show host, or whatever you want to call me, reporter, director, whatever. I am here with Grand Vita Mortal, Ginger T, and Leo Maris? I've never actually said your name fully. So we are going to talk about recent events that happened in a RP event. So at this time, if whoever wants to speak about that on the couch, if you guys want to unmute, that's fine.
I can start off, but yes, it is Leo Maris. As every time we deal in a Saturday, Saturday seems to be the day for the bad people to just show up. Everybody likes to die on Saturdays. So we have, obviously within, what we do. Oh, would you like that?
I should have been a little bit more specific, actually. I wanted to talk about Wednesdays, I think it was. There was,
Wednesday.
We all know I don't care about swearing, so let's just throw this out there. It was a clusterfuck.
Yes.
Of things going on.
There's always something going on. It's very dynamic. It's a cacophony of chaos in a hotel, serving as a speakeasy.
Yes.
Well, let's see.
So I guess the first question I have here is it true that a vault that you own got robbed somehow?
No. The vault wasn't robbed, of course. It was just a couple of papers that went missing. There's no way that anybody could get into my vault. That thing is laid with at least, what is it? What's the number? 20 or something? 20 inches of golden steel or whatever the fuck they call it. Golden
number is
steel.
A lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot of layers. There's only one way to open it, and that's through a dead body. Don't know where to find those, though. But there's no way that anybody could rob my vault, especially in such a highly guarded location such as the Omerta, in our lovely city of Babylon.
Of course. We also have reports of people seeing gun shootings, bomb threats, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but monsters just roaming around, firing off and bombs exploding everywhere. Can you elaborate?
Monsters. My dear talk show host, monsters are everywhere that you look. No matter what you see, there's always going to be something that's demonic or terrifying that exists out in the world. What one person thinks is monstrous is another person's belief of it being a normality. I don't think that they're monsters, they're just misunderstood individuals. Just as most people in the mafia operate as. The syndicate is a place where a lot of misunderstood individuals operate. As for the gunshots and the bombs and whatnot, gunshots are a common thing because in our hotel we are, that fanciful and rich. We have a shooting range that's underneath in the basement area, underneath the hotel, for those who seek to learn how to, utilize firearms to defend our good old-fashioned America. As for bomb threats, there's no bomb threats. Maybe a couple of, fireworks, but nothing bomb-oriented. After all, we are getting closer to the 4th of July. Gotta get used to and get ready for it all.
That is actually very true. So you're telling me that nobody has died, nobody has been blown to pieces, my sources were telling me that they were probably on drugs. I mean, to be fair, that is something that they would probably do, but I digress.
As for the idea of, people blowing up, I mean, people get famous all the time here in the Omerta. It's a very, happening place. It's popular in the city of Babylon. As for, cars and all that jazz actually physically blowing up, I mean, to be fair, the Model T isn't that good yet. It's not the best of the models that could possibly come out. It is, in fact, quite a bit old, and that good old-fashioned Henry Ford, he's doing his thing. But, well, nobody's died, per se. Well, if they have, then I don't know. I mean, everybody dies every day. Nothing new in my area.
All right. Is there any other elaborations you want to put onto that event, or even Saturday's event, which also had, from what I could hear, bomb threats and some weird, creepy girl who refused to die?
Ah, yeah. Regarding Wednesday, it's just an old-fashioned day at the Omerta. The good old-fashioned parties, the drinking, the not the fornicating. We don't do that here. We're on VRChat. Who fornicates anymore? But, it's always been a fun time at the Omerta. Everybody has their joys and everybody deals in what they wish. It's a family-friendly location because it's made by the family. As for Saturday, though, Saturday was a much more strenuous time. Much because people need to learn how to utilize their arms and their equipment and their abilities. We are an old-fashioned type of group, and we like to do trial by fire. It appears that a couple of them went into a place that they shouldn't have, and they unlocked a very bad, assortment of individuals that started, pooling into my basement. So we had to get the plumbers to take care of it, and we had to, a couple of people got injured because of, they're not used to it all. They're not used to the concept of, intelligent conversation or, action. But they'll get used to it eventually. It's a very, necessary thing for life if you're trying to learn something. It's trial by fire, and it's all learned through experience and effort.
All right. Is there anything else that any of your other people want to talk about?
Nothing in particular. If there's anything you'd like to know.
We could talk about the LRF. I mean, my God, those boys. Or the good old
The
GRPD.
Oh, that is actually reminds me. The LRF had a surprise visit from you, I was told.
Repeat that one?
The LRF had a surprise visit from you at their station. How did that go?
Ah, yes. The LRF have a very unique leadership. By unique and by leadership, I mean terrible and not leadership at all. They operate very strangely. It's like a form of dictatorship, a tyrannical dictatorship, you see, all under the Chief Kitty. They operate very, dangerously. They remove people that do not, adhere to their every whim word. They, have people that don't wish to be, associated with their community, listed in their world as members that back them. They allow their members to go around and harass members of the community, of both my community and the metaverse overall. And it's on my shoulders then, because it seems that not many other groups, are as forward about issues as I am in some capacity. So I took myself and those who were around me at the time, and we went to visit the LRF station. It was all planned. It was supposed to be a meeting between myself and Chief Kitty that they scheduled, mind you, that they scheduled for us to go there at that specific time. Yet we wait there for about 30 minutes to an hour and they don't arrive. So I do the only normal thing, you see. I acquire one of their leadership to come there and talk to us instead. The person who comes then is Lieutenant Bain, or, RCMP Bain, I believe his name is. You can bleep that out in post if you don't want to, deal in names and whatnot. But we bring this individual to us, and I inform him the measures of what a leader is in general. A leader is somebody who takes over and takes care of the issues that the community deals in. It's somebody who solves the issues of their family and the people that are underneath them. It is always going to be somebody that their people can look to as a guiding figure, the beacon on the hill that they can all look to, respect, and agree with, and understand that, the necessities of their job far outweigh the concept of an individual opinion on what is right and what is wrong. Bain understood this well enough to where he would take my message and he would, at everybody in the LRF Discord about what, I'm telling them. And, I'll even give you an expose. I'll give you an expose for that one really quick, so you can hear what it was that I said. And you don't worry, this is not for those watching at home, this is not the opinions of the SA Studios. This is myself and the things that myself and a collection of other communities out there have experienced. My views are not those of the SA Studios, but my views are a very well and, common view out in the VRChat. Now let's see. I'll give you the thing that I had him write for me in there. From the Syndicate to Chief Kitty, written by Lieutenant Bain. I am not at all pleased by your lack of attendance to the meeting you yourself had planned. It is highly disrespectful and completely unprofessional, perhaps even unbecoming of a leader of a community to do. If you want to have a proper conversation about this, you will meet your own schedules first, and then adhere to my own. You will inform your people that if they are ever caught harassing mine, nothing good will come from it. Because I do not like my people being harassed by those who believe that they can get away with it. Bullies do not exist within the Mortesian Syndicate. The members of the Mortesian Syndicate therein are a family, and if you harass any of them, we will make the debt even. I, Grand Vita Mortem, am giving this message to you as a courtesy, one that was not reciprocated by your disrespect. Do not disrespect my faith in people, and do not assume that you can wipe your hands free of the actions of your people when it occurs within your jurisdiction under your banner. If you wish to make amends, you will come to our world. Lieutenant Bain will show you where it is, and we will have a proper conversation. Sincerely yours, the Godfather, Grand Vita Mortem. I had their Lieutenant Bain, add everybody in their Discord with this message. Moments later, I was banned off of it, blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. It's suffice to say then that a collection of their members who saw this started coming to me, messaging me on Discord, saying that they don't like what's going on within the LRF. So, right now, currently, there's a group of people that are acting in the interest of fixing and making the LRF a better community, with or without Chief Kitty's word. That's just all the concept of what it is. If people do bad things and they think that they can get away with it, then karma will come to bite them. And if karma is too slow, then we will work in its stead. Not because we are, not because we believe we are meant to do this, as if it's a position or our duty. But what I believe everywhere, at every time, at every location that you are in, if you see injustice occurring, it is your sworn duty as a human being to take care of it. Bad people exist in the world, and bad people need to be gotten rid of. Not in terms of, death or, lynching or riots or anything of that sort. But we need to change the world. We need to teach people how to do things better, and we need to give them better tools to make better people out of themselves and the people around them. We need to fight against those who bully. We need to make sure that those who think that they can get away with such idiotic harassment do not get away with it. We need to be those people. We need to be the people that go out there and extend the hand to the people who need it the most. The ones who will help their friend from crying in a ball on the floor, to help the people that are, on death's door. That is everybody's duty, whether they want it to be or not. They can choose whether to do it. They can choose to deny it entirely. But we in the human race, we must stand together to ensure that all the bad shit that goes on in the world does not destroy us. Because we're all that's left here. The future generations will not arrive if we do not do anything for them. I always like to view these sorts of issues in, a social game such as VRChat is something that we can do to better the world overall. Because we're all people here. You breathe, I breathe, they breathe.
Absolutely.
It's always something that we need to teach to people, especially the younger people from 16 up, maybe 13 up if, we talk to them or speak to them. People need to know this stuff. And people need to know that the bad things that go on in the world are defendable. You can defeat things that are going wrong. You can win.
Well, I very much appreciate having you guys here. It has been wonderful to speak with you all and to touch up on these events that have been happening and stuff. So I really do appreciate all of this. And thank you guys for coming. Right now, we are going to switch to Jacob, who has news on the LPD.
Wonderful. Thank you for having us.
Before you guys get to that segment, we are experiencing a lot of technical difficulties with the stream. Frames have been dropping like crazy, and the Wi-Fi is about to go out any second. So we may have to reiterate, and someone else will have to stream this because it was out of random. It was completely unplanned. That's Frontier for you, by the way. Never get Frontier, if I'm going to be honest. Because I've had to pay for it multiple times. It's getting ridiculous at this point. So yeah.
By reiterate, do you mean so we have to start this all over?
Not this all over. Just resume the stream, if you know what I'm saying. Like, leave it off where it was. But of course, because I do not want the Wi-Fi to drop right on Jacob. I do not want that. If someone who's a stream host could take over.
Jacob's going to be very short. We're almost done. Jacob's the last one, but he's going to be very short. So.
Okay. I just want to give everyone who is viewing a fair warning that if it drops, I cannot do anything about it, and it will be a while before I return. Anyways, other than that, let's go ahead and head over to Jacob. Jacob, what do you got for us here?
I have just a little update on one of the awards up for the LPD. And it's for the Lonely Medical Institute. The consulting room had added wall plugs so far. And some other safety stuff. Operating room, the fix of the mixing optical ceiling area. Training rooms also got updated. That's pretty much saying that's pretty important so far. On it, and it's still, if I remember right, in community labs.
Okay. Is that all you had, Jacob?
That's all I have.
Awesome. Alright, well, I'm surprised I was able to pull through that because when these internet issues happen, of course, I just randomly drop out and then I'm not able to come back for like 2 hours. So I'm actually surprised it's holding kind of strong at the moment. Other than that, we appreciate you all for coming. We appreciate the Loathing Mafia for coming in here today. We appreciate all the studio crew for showing up today to help us out with this. Without all of you guys, this would not be possible. of course, I would like to apologize on my part about the technical issues with the audio and everything. I mean, this OBS, it feels like just restarted on me for no reason. And, like, it basically what it did was it had the desktop audio switch to something default, and it had my microphone set to default. And I'm like, okay, why is this happening all of a sudden? And then next thing you know, the Wi-Fi starts dropping, and then I'm told, hey, and I get a notification like, hey, your Wi-Fi needs rebooted or whatever. I'm like, oh, great. So, yeah. Anyways, other than that, I think that's all we have here at the studio. Of course, if you guys want to, you can join our Discord. It is in the description. You're more than welcome to join. And if you'd like to be a part of our team, of course, as well, you can go hop in the info section and apply down there. Other than that, I hope you all have a good day, evening, and night, and we will see you all here eventually, hopefully next Sunday. Other than that, take care, guys. We'll see you guys soon.